True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football.
You are listening to True Warrior Football Podcast with your host, Corey Kid Smith.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Corey Kid Smith. And hey, you've been here. You've seen what I've been doing. I've gotten 75 players on the top 100 list. And now it's time for us to get closer to the end here. I'm going to do players 25 through 11 today, 7 top 10 for tomorrow. But hey, first up, number 25, legendary Warren Central player Terry Woodburn, a great player in the 60s, I will say, 1968, 1969, Terry Woodburn. That's a tremendous player during his time and era here. He was a 1969 Marion County Athlete of the Year. Mr. Woodburn would go on to do great things at college. I won't say he played at Wabash. Congrats, Mr. Woodburn. You're a great teacher, a great member of our school when my era, so I appreciate everything you've done for the community and the program here. You land at number 25 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. Coming in next, Eric Williams, number 24. I talked about his running mate, George Cheeseburger, earlier in the week. This guy right here, man, look, Eric Williams, truly, truly phenomenal, special beyond just words right here. Like, the guy was basically like Warren Central's version of Reggie Bush. He did everything. And he played a little defense as well. Played a little safety, played a little cornerback. The man was truly, truly phenomenal. He was an all-state selection, all-county. Of course, he did everything you want a player of his ilk to do and become for our program. So congrats, Eric. You land at number 24 on the True Warrior Football Top 100 list. Coming in at number 23, offensive lineman Sherman Brooks. And when I think of some of the truly great, nasty, dominant offensive linemen in our program's history, Sherman Brooks is right there. At guard, at tackle, wherever you want to put this man, he was going to punish and punish and punish anybody else in front of him. He's one of the few guys on the list here. I believe he was just an all-conference selection. He wasn't all-county. He didn't win all-state. But he's very important to our program, or really he's a trivia question. He is one of the few people in state history to have blocked for 2 separate running backs at 2 separate schools where each of them rushed for over 2,800 yards in a season. That is truly incredible, truly significant, because when he came to our program for the 2006 season, he turned our program into, we were already going to be good. He made us unstoppable. Unstoppable and truly unforgettable. So Sherman Brooks lands at number 23 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. Coming in at number 22, we have legendary offensive lineman, probably the best offensive lineman of the 90s, Chris Price. And man, Chris Price, I wish I could have been able to watch those early or late 90s Warren Central teams that had him on there. Because, man, I know I would have been in for a show. He was a truly phenomenal player for our program. Went on to Western Kentucky, became an All-American out there, won a national championship, ended up being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Coach Price, Chris, as everybody knows you by, CP, hey, congrats, man. You're a great player. That's all the accolades you got. You deserve, man. Congratulations on landing at number 22 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. Coming in at number 21, one of my all-time favorite players, we have Chris Harley, defensive lineman. And man, when you think about great defensive linemen in our program's history, Chris Harley's right up there. He's right up there. All-conference guy, all-state guy, all-American player. He was an absolute terror. When you think about the great linemen that came through here last year, like J.J. Finch, J.J. Finch still here, but Damian Shaklin, Tyrone Burris, Marcus Bell, he is truly special, just like all those guys were. Just listen to these stats here, all right? Earned All-American honors from Super Prep and Prep Star. Member of the ESPNU Top 150 squad. 3-year starter. Finished his senior year with 46 tackles, including 7 for a loss, 6 sacks. First team All Class 5A. Just absolutely incredible. During his junior season, which is probably the best junior season any player on defensive line has ever had in our program, 91 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, including 5 sacks. The man was truly unstoppable. Chris, you're one of my all-time favorites. I love seeing you back here at the program. I love seeing you coach up the next level of greats that we have coming through here. Congrats on landing at number 21 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. Joe Walker comes in at number 20, and for all the great players that have come through this program that I've seen and been around, Joe Walker is probably the second best wide receiver in our program's history. What he was able to do, Mr. Gulp and get it, that's truly a great player with amazing hands, was named the Indiana Star or Indiana Mr. Football at the wide receiver position, the second in the school's history to win that award. All-state honors as well from the IFCA, hauled in 35 catches for 666 yards in his senior season, recorded 10 touchdowns, and he had 1 kickoff return for a touchdown as well. Averaged 31 yards per kickoff return during his senior season. Just also played amazing ball on the defensive side when he caught upon. He also got an interception his senior year as well. Joe Walker just made tremendous plays time and time again. This play right here against Christian Brothers in 2022, was just absolutely incredible. This big Randy Moss stats. Just go up there, get it, embarrass your opponent, and just walk to the end zone. He had so many great plays like that. Just congrats, Joe. You're one of the great players in program history. Congrats to landing at number 20 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. Coming in at number 19 is the second player in our program's history to win Offensive Lineman Mr. Football. That is Andrew Campbell. Andrew Campbell was that great offensive lineman that we had in our program during the 2003 season. A senior that year, but was great his previous 2 seasons as a sophomore and junior. Just really turned it up a notch as a senior. Just did some amazing things. I mean, he was one of the reasons why we were so dominant as a rushing offense and a rushing attack during the early 2000s that helped lead us to the dynasty that we became. Just without a guy like Andrew Campbell, Warren Central is not who they are. And with that, congrats, Andrew. You landed at number 19 on a True Warrior Football Top 100. The last active player I have on the list, none other than J.J. Finch, Jeremy Finch Jr., the new Alabama commit. Truly special. He has so much room for growth. He could probably be another Mr. Football winner. He could probably be the overall Mr. Football winner, depending on how far his team could go. Just what I've seen from J.J. during his time here in the program, his tenacity, his willingness to win, his commitment to being the best at his position. Anytime he's going up against somebody, he is going to give them everything he has. He has a motor that is unlike any other player I've ever seen in this program. When I tell you he is special beyond words, he is special beyond words. If you've never seen him play, you need to get to a Warren Central game quick, fast, and hurry. I'm telling you that right now because it is special. So with that, congrats, JJ. You landed number 18 on True Warrior Football Top 100 list.
48 minutes! Kick their butts all up and down the field! Everything you got! There's no way, and we gonna lose this game. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. He knows it out. He knows it out. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. He knows it out. He knows it out. We want the trophy. What a trophy. Tell me that. Down by the river. Down by the river. We went for a walk. And we massed him. And we had it's the Big Bad Boogie. It's the Warriors.
1987 Franklin Central grad Rich Nye has tonight's Operation Football Big Game.
Kick your butts all up and down the field. Everything you got. There's no way, and we're gonna lose this game.
This battle of unbeatens quickly became one-sided. Franklin Central lost its top runner on his first rush of the game. Mike McLean suffered a broken leg. Warren Central ran at will. Quarterback Desmond Tardy and a posse of Warriors took turns gaining huge chunks of yardage. Warren Central led 23-0 at the half. Franklin Central coach Lance Scheib played at Warren Central. He was the favorite receiver of quarterback Jeff George on Warren's 1984 state championship team. He has to go through his alma mater for a shot at another title. But Scheib's Flashes had no shot and never scored. The Warriors ruled the line of scrimmage, opening huge holes. Warren Central finished with 409 yards total offense, all on the ground.
We basically just dominated them up front on the line, and we were real confident that we could do that. They're a great team. I don't want to take anything away from them. Our backs were running hard. Our line was going all together, and we just were banging them up front. That's on both sides of the ball, defense and offense.
Let's see, baby.
Number one, baby.
Warren Central wins 36-0. The Warriors take the sectional trophy for the third straight year.
Coming in at number 17, the very first Mr. Football winner in our program's history, none other than offensive lineman Mike Clevenger. When I talk about the great teams of the 2000s, I got to talk about the team that led to the great teams of those 2000s. That's the 2002 team. And Clev was a senior on that 2002 team that would end up having 4 1,000-yard rushers. And although he didn't win the state as a player, he had the tremendous honor of being the first Mr. Football winner in our program's history. That you cannot tell me that's not one of the most incredible and special honors any player could possibly have. Just to being the first of your kind in your school's history is truly incredible. It can never be accomplished by anyone else. So, Clev, we love you. I love that you were able to eventually get state championship in 2009 as a coach. Hey, continue to be great. Continue to do all the great things you do out there for other kids and youth and your players. Hey, I'm cheering for you. You land at number 17 on True Warrior Football Top 100. Coming in at number 16, we have free safety, quarterback, let's do it all extraordinaire, Mike Kelty Williams. And man, when you think of the great plays that Kelt made, you had this great interception here in the 2013 state championship game against Cromwell. That's absolutely back-breaking play for the opponent, great play for us. But as a sophomore, he played so much for the 2002 defense. That 2012 defense, was so great. We were keeping teams down to 10 points and less every single week just about. And McKelty right there was a guy that came in and played some great, amazing football for our program. He would end up playing a lot of offensive as well as a senior. He played a lot of quarterback. He did this. Listen to these stats here. All right. Any Star Super Team Player of the Year for 2014. USA Today American Family Insurance All-American Indiana football team as a defensive back. 6A All-State team by Associated Press. He was top 50 All-State team. Was both a junior and senior in 2013 and 2014. Prep Star All-West Region squad as defensive back. Made 85 tackles, 7 interceptions, and fumble recovery for a touchdown as a senior, and rushed for over 400 yards and 8 touchdowns from the quarterback spot in 2014. Mykelti Williams was absolutely one of the greatest players of his time and era in our program's history, and that's why he lands at number 16 on True Warrior Football Top 100. Coming in at number 15, I already gave you guys this weeks ago, a long time ago really. But coming in at number 15, Damian Shanklin. All right, the highest rated player on last year's team, the highest rated defensive player that we've had in quite some time. This guy right here was just incredible. Truly, truly incredible. Recorded 48 total tackles, including 16 tackles for a loss and 3 sacks as a senior in 2024. He also had an interception. He will become the second player in our program's history to win the Defensive Lineman Mr. Football Award. Just absolutely incredible what he was able to do. He's at LSU right now. Hey, hold that tiger, Shank. I love what you're doing down there, man. Continue to be great. We're all cheering for you. And that's the reason why you just landed at number 15 on True Warrior Football Top 100. Is the last player of this legendary family in our program's history. You talk about great players that come across, and like I just said, if you do certain things in this program, if you were a Mr. Football winner, you're on this list. If you were a quarterback that won state championship, guess what? You're on this list. And the last quarterback to do so in our program, he should have won every award available to him that year, but they hated on my boy. But that's Jaden George coming in at number 14. Listen to these stats, okay? 42. The number of touchdowns he threw his senior season going into the state championship game. Then he throws another two touchdowns in the state championship game. He had the most passing yards in a season since his father in the 1985 season. Just absolutely incredible. He was a reason going through all this right here. Warren Central would not have been nearly as successful without the progress that Jaden George made from a junior to a senior season and was able to take care of the ball and get it to our key playmakers and our offensive weapons. And for that, I was so proud to have him be the co-offensive player of the year with his teammate Ramir Elliott in 2018, the first year I started doing awards. So Jaden George lands at number 14 on the True Warrior Football Top 100 list. Congrats, Jaden. Continue to make us proud. Coming in at number 13, I have Josh Bailey, running back, All-State. That's absolute legendary player for our Warriors, especially during the 2004 season.
Josh Bailey, man, when I tell you guys about a player that was spectacular, Josh Bailey is right up there. His 2004 season, words can't truly describe. I mean, these plays right here you're seeing, just absolutely amazing. What he was able to do for our team on offense, on defense, just big play after big play in the playoffs when they truly, truly mattered. Spectacular. His performance against Ben Davis in the 2004 Regional Championship, legendary. These pass plays right here, these catches he made, set us up to win what was the closest playoff game of the 4P run era. 27-26, come from behind victory over Ben Davis at home. The crowd is going crazy. Josh makes these big plays right here. And it wasn't just that. In the 2004 state championship game, he put on a masterful performance once again. 166 total yards, including this 99-yard touchdown pass. That's absolutely incredible, and it's a record that still stands today that him and Dexter Taylor hold. There haven't been a lot of players that come through our program and leave such a lasting and memorable impact like Josh Bailey did.
Congrats, Josh, man. It was great seeing you last week, man. Continue to be great. Loved everything you did for our program here. And that's the reason why I had you land at number 13 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. Number 12 on the True Warrior Football Top 100 is really 13, 12, 11, and 10. All came from the same position. All probably could be right there at that same spot. But this guy, Jewel Hampton, all right, one of the great running backs, most vicious running back I've seen our program have in quite some time. Up to this guy, Keon Thomas, that we got out here. But look, first team All-State as a junior and a senior. Career, he carried the ball over 267 times for 2,608 yards, 9.8 yards per carry, over 30 touchdowns during his 2-year career. Had a couple receiving touchdowns as well. His senior season, he carried the ball for 216 times and over 2,000 yards. He's one of just, let's see, Darren Evans, Shakir Bell, Jewel Hampton, Ramir Elliott. He's one of a handful of players in our program's history, and Dexter Taylor, to rush for over 2,000 yards in a season. That's absolutely incredible. So congrats, Jewel. I wish you were a Mr. Football winner. You should have been one. But hey, congrats. You landed number 12 on a True Warrior Football Top 100 list. All right. And lastly, the last player that we have here before we get to the top 10, a guy that was right on the cusp. I moved him up as I was doing my rankings and everything. I was like, man, God, I hate not having him higher, but man, this guy right here, he's just so great of a player. I love him to death. That is Shakir Bell, running back. That's absolutely incredible, man. When I think of guys that led this team and carried this team, I mean, Shakir Bell he's right there at the top, if not at the top. The amount of carries he had in a season, truly incredible. Rushed for over 3,100 yards his senior season. You put in all the games against Carmel, his 2 games against Center Grove, his game against Ben Davis. That's 1,000 yards right there in 5 games. Just absolutely incredible. Scored this game-winning touchdown here against Ben Davis in the overtime game downtown. Just absolutely incredible. The first player in 5A to rush for 3,000 yards. He should have won Mr. Football. He was an Indiana Star Player of the Year his senior season. That's truly, truly incredible. Scored 38 touchdowns his senior season as well. That's another crazy stat to hear when you put all these numbers together. But Shakir Bell was absolutely amazing. And he lands at number 11 on the True Warrior Football Top 100. All right, folks, I cut down to the last 10 players. Come back tomorrow to see who lands at number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been with me so far, and now coming up tomorrow, you will see the top 10 greatest players in our program's history, and those 10 players are